Right now on News 4 at 5, another round of lake effect is hitting western New York.
I love this type of year, especially when it snows. It's kind of magical.
Our forewarned team is tracking how much snow your neighborhood will see.
Plus, heating up, the competition is growing for the 2018 race for New York governor. The contenders Governor Andrew Cuomo will face.
And tragedy outside Tops. A man is hit by a car and killed. Hear the warning from police to both drivers and pedestrians. News 4 at 5 starts right now.
Live in high definition, this is Western New York's news leader. Now, News 4 at 5.
Western New Yorkers are taking on yet another round of lake effect snow.
Residents woke up to another fresh coating of snow this morning, and tonight it continues to fall. Good evening to you. There are several weather alerts in effect right now, including a lake effect snow warning.
While the plows have been busy for the last 24 hours, clearing snow-covered roads and making sure your drive home is a safe one. Let's take a live look right now at the conditions outside. You're looking at the 190 at Camp Road in Hamburg. You can see that the roads are clear, but there is some snow. We have live team coverage for you tonight. We're going to begin with our chief meteorologist, Todd Santos. He's tracking which areas are seeing the most snow right now. Todd?
Yeah, and that would really be down the 219. The Springville area got pounded just a short time ago. Plus, you have the winds whipping a lot of this around. So there are some areas with whiteout conditions, while Buffalo this afternoon, we had wide open sunshine for a good stretch. You know how this works. Lake effect, fairly targeted. And in this case, what a cool shot over downtown. I just had to share that, but a lot of those rooftops coated with snow, at least the roads, you can see them there. We still have the lake effect snow warnings that go until 7 p.m. Wednesday, and the winter weather advisories go until 1 p.m. tomorrow. The fact that they're blinking means that something else is transitioning in, and it's actually just east of our area, I believe, but we'll keep a close eye to see if anything officially changes from the Weather Service. They usually do that as those kind of either are reinforced or they're about to drop, but they're not likely to drop right now with this in place. So this is the targeted piece of the lake effect, and down in through here, extending from Springville to the east out towards Arcade, there are some pockets of heavier snow in there, and a few of these other little filaments, especially on the higher elevations of Chautauqua Escarpment, getting some of the better accumulation with that. But if I zoom in a little bit here, you can also see some of this working its way in off Lake Ontario. So our northern counties get a little bit tonight. We're not talking huge numbers, but you may find some additional 2 to 4 inch coatings there. And then into tomorrow, we actually have another area of low pressure that rolls in. So it's not just lake effect all day. We'll say this, there are going to be a lot of areas that get missed overnight tonight. So there's 8 p.m. on the forecast, west to northwest winds, primarily down on the hills are where we're going to see the bigger numbers. You could see upwards of 4 to 8 inches additional just tonight. And then as Tuesday progresses, there's 10 in the morning, 12, you get into the evening hours, we're going to continue to see those snow chances. And after this, there's another round of snow that'll work its way in. So we're still going to be tracking this. It's just not huge amounts at any one time. But of course, travel is still a little tricky for some areas. Temperatures in the teens. This piece will be very noteworthy tonight. That we're going to be in the lower teens for actual temperatures. And then you factor in the winds, and we are talking single-digit wind chills through a good stretch of the overnight hours. There's that wind west to northwest right now. So we are looking at some very chilly temperatures tonight. We'll check in on the finish of the week where those numbers start to get a little bump upwards, but we still have more snow to deal with. Totals next. Don, Jackie.
Thank you, Todd. Our team coverage continues now with News 4's Callan Gray. She is live for us in Springville where the snow is coming down. Callan?
Well, Jackie, we are right off the Springville exit to the 219, and the conditions have been improving a little bit, which doesn't say very much because there is still extremely low visibility. The snow is really being blown around right now. There are high winds. We have seen a number of plows come through this area, but there is still a thick layer of snow on the ground. There are a lot of people on the roadways right now. Everyone looks like they're taking it pretty slow because of these treacherous conditions. Now, the Erie County Department of Public Works tells us that they are concerned a little bit tonight about blowing snow. They said that it could drift because of these high winds, especially on roadways like the 391, the Boston State Road, the 219. We got on the 219 just around 3:30 today, and within about 20 minutes, there were whiteout conditions. The snow really started picking up as soon as we hit Boston. When we got into Springville, the conditions just continued to deteriorate, and they really have not improved very much, although they have improved a little bit. So it is really, really bad out here right now. I do know that Erie County does have 18 plows in this area trying to get the roadways clear, but they said that they will be out until tomorrow morning because they expect it to take so long to clear these roadways. There are those high winds, and that is making the visibility very difficult down here. We are going to continue to keep an eye on the conditions, and we will bring you another live look coming up in just a half an hour and another live report on News 4 at 6 o'clock. For now, reporting in Springville, Callan Gray, News 4.
All right, Callan, hang in there. There is a code blue in effect tonight starting at 8 o'clock at the Matt Urban Hope Center, St. Luke's, and Harbor House. They will be open as warming shelters. If you see or know of someone who needs shelter, you are asked to call 211. These shelters will be open until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Amherst police are investigating a fatal pedestrian accident in a Tops parking lot. This happened last night at the Tops on Main near Union in Amherst.
A 64-year-old man was walking across that parking lot when he was hit by a car. News 4's Jen Schatz joins us tonight with a warning from police.
Don, that 64-year-old man is Michael Boncourt from Williamsville. He was transported to Millard Fillmore Suburban Hospital. That's where he died. The driver of the car that struck him is a 23-year-old female. Police have not charged her with anything and say she is cooperating with them on this investigation. The crash occurred last night just before 9:30 in the Tops parking lot, as you mentioned, on Main and Union Road. Police say Boncourt was struck by a 2014 Honda. The car, police say, was not in a parking spot, but was driving within the lot. Police don't believe excess speed was a factor here. They're looking into whether road conditions or darkness played a role. Back in June, a woman was struck and killed in a Tops parking lot in East Aurora. No criminal charges were filed against the driver in that case. Amherst Police Captain Kevin Brown says this should be a reminder to drivers and pedestrians to take extra caution and to not cut across parking lots, especially during holiday months when people tend to be in a hurry.
Be vigilant in your surroundings anytime, whether you're driving the vehicle or you're walking in the parking lot. Just kind of be able to look around and see what's around you so you're not putting yourself in a dangerous situation.
Police are looking at top surveillance footage in this investigation. At this point, they can't say if the car was backing up, driving forward, or how it struck Mr. Boncourt. They're asking for any possible witnesses to contact them. If you have information that could help police, you're asked to call 689-1311. Live in the studio, Jen Schatz, News 4 at 5.
Truthfully, I just, I don't know where your sense of decency is.
Erie County Judge Ken Case didn't hold back when sentencing a Wheatfield man who pleaded guilty to hitting and seriously injuring a woman. 29-year-old Theodore Kanaski will serve 1 to 3 years in prison. Authorities say back in September he hit a 55-year-old woman crossing Ontario Street in Buffalo. Police say he did slow down, but then he kept on going before being stopped.
An East Aurora woman is recovering tonight after police say she was stabbed by a man. It happened about 9:45 last night at a home on Oakwood Avenue. The 47-year-old woman told police she was attacked by 48-year-old Christopher Jaffaglione. She was cut on her arms and a leg. Police say he was taken into custody following a brief struggle. Both were taken to ECMC. Jaffaglione is charged with assault and criminal possession of a weapon. Straight ahead in 2 minutes, could there be a shakeup in the race for New York governor? Hear from a News 4 political analyst and why he believes this may be the year for the Republican Party.
And then coming up at 5:30, an early morning fire injures two. We're going to find out what household items likely sparked this blaze.